Hello everyone, welcome back to this next video session of VPC. So last time what we did was we configured VPC, we saw how different services attached to it works, and we were on the part of creating NAT gateways or NAT servers. I already told you there are two ways to access internet on our private servers. So first we'll be starting with NAT servers. How to use the NAT servers? Those servers were initially used when AWS started providing the facility for using NAT. NAT is basically network address translation. It translates your private data packet request to the public internet, and from there you can have access to the internet on your private server. Right, so let's start with launching our NAT server. Go to community AMIs, click on NAT, hit enter. Right, so we'll see this one, the GP2 servers. There are many NAT servers available here. We'll go with the GP2 servers. Click on select, go with t2.micro. Right, we'll place it in our VPC in a public subnet so that it has a public IP addresses, or it itself has public access so that it can allow my private server to access internet. Name my NAT server. Click on next. I'll select that security group. Click on review and launch. Click on launch. I can use a key pair if I wish to log in or exit into the server, or you can skip that part in case you do not wish to log in into the server. It will take a little bit of time for this NAT server to be launched. Right, so we have our NAT server up and running. Let's get back to VPC. In our route table, we'll edit the routes. We'll add another route 0.0.0.0/0, the same way we did for internet gateways. I can either copy my instance ID, or after some time when the server settings have been initialized and everything has been done, it will automatically pop up in this text box. Save is successful. I can go back to my server. See, from the last time it did not work, so I can try one more time. Yum install. Okay, let's first clear the screen. Okay, yum install HTTP. Let's wait and see if this works for us. Okay, so what we'll need to do is we'll need to go to networking for this NAT server in the EC2 console. We'll change the source destination check to disable because we do not want this server to initialize the source or destination check for IP address based on its security group. What we want is let our private server decide what IP addresses to allow and which IP addresses should be blocked. So this is my console. I hit the install command before changing the source destination check. So this is one of the problems or the errors that you might face in while working on production projects, that you need to allow internet access. You forgot this, so this kind of error that you will see whenever you are installing applications on a server which have NAT server attached, but they do not have the source and destination IP checks disabled. So sorry for the trouble. I by mistake selected a wrong AMI for this NAT server. So this is the correct one. I'll be pasting the AMI name in the description box for this video. You can select this particular AMI, or you can note down the AMI ID itself. I'll select it. I'll go with the t2.micro servers. I'll put it inside my VPC. Okay, this has the public subnet. Next, add tags. I'll add the tag later on. I'll put it in my security group. Review and launch webdmz, hit on launch, review instances. So let's terminate the other server that is there. This is pending. Let's wait for it to be in the running state. Right, so this is now in the running state. Let's get to actions. Networking, change source, that is destination check, disabled it. Right, copy the instance ID in case it does not auto populates in my route table. I'll get back here, I'll edit it, I will replace it. Right, so just paste it. Yeah, see, this is the one that we needed. It auto populated as well. Save it. Right, let's get back to our EC2 server. Yum install HTTP. Right. So there's one more thing that will need to do is that this server should have this security group should have the port 80 enabled, so that it can have the internet access, and port 443 as well for HTTPS. So I added these in my security group. That's the one thing I forgot that was wrong in my security group. I added those. Now if I come back to my server, let's clear it. Okay, clear it. And if I now then yum install HTTPD, it should work just fine. See, it can now access internet, it can now download my pages, and everything can be done now. So this is how we use NAT servers or the Bastion servers to access my private server and then to have an internet access on the server. So I hope you understood what is a NAT server, how you attach it. I'll put a description or the AMI name for that NAT server in the description box below, so that you can easily search it down. Also, I showed you what mistakes you can make while configuring it, which which I explicitly made to make sure that you see the errors that comes when you try to use the NAT servers. So now we'll be using NAT gateways. So why NAT gateways and why not NAT servers? Because see, if this NAT server fails, I'll instantly lose my internet access to this private server. I do have other options available as well, such as configuring load balancers or deploying these in different availability zones. But what this will do, this will just complex my architecture. This will just increase complexity in the architecture. So to prevent that, AWS launched NAT gateways. You have one NAT gateway in the whole region, and that is and that it actually controls your network address translations. So let's do it. I'll go to NAT server. I'll click on okay, this one is the terminated one. This is the one. I'll click on terminate. Yes, and I'll instantly lose the internet connectivity on my server. I'll go back to my VPC. I'll go to NAT gateways, create a NAT gateway, select a subnet. It should be in your public subnet. Remember it. It should be in your public subnet. To make sure what's your public subnet, go back to that. Go back to the previous screen. Go to subnets and make sure you see your subnet ID correctly. This is the one, D3C9. So go to NAT gateways, create a NAT gateway, select your public subnet. This one it is. Attach an elastic IP to it so that it always has an IP address attached to it, a public IP address, and create a NAT gateway. I hope you understood why I chose public, because the same way I chose the public settings for my NAT server, I chose the same settings for my NAT gateway as well. You can go to edit route tables straight away from here, but that will be of no use because NAT gateways take some time to be initialized and created. So I'll close it. See, it's still in pending state. Let's continue when it is in active state. Okay, so this is now available. Let's get back to our route tables. Edit it. Right, see, this is the black hole. This is not available anymore to use. So I'll just replace it with my NAT gateway. I'll save it. Right, come back to the server. Now I'll install something else. Let's install PHP. I'll hit enter. So something is holding the yum lock. So let it be. It will exit soon. Or let me do it. Okay, it got exited. See, I still have an interconnection. I can install PHP. I can install MySQL. I can install anything I want. I can install MariaDB. See, it's so easy to install these on your private server if you have properly configure your NAT gateway or your NAT server. So I have few presentations or PPTs to give the difference between what are NAT gateways and what are NAT servers, what's the difference between them, which one to use, which one not to use, or you can find those results on the Amazon's page as well. I'll share the link in the description box below, which has the URL to access the AWS documentation of NAT gateways and NAT server. So that's all for this video, guys. This is the custom VPC and the NAT users. So I'll be back again with few more AWS tutorials videos. Till then, go through with these videos, practice them, and make sure that you do not make any mistakes. And if you make it, just make a note of it, where you made, what mistake you made, how did you resolve it, so that's the troubleshooting skills you need to develop. Thank you for watching this, guys. See you in the next video.